Hello, everyone. I'm Travis Cronin, Entertainment Director at UsWeekly, and you are in the Kardashian Korner. The place where we can break down all of the mess, the drama, the highlights, the luxury that is the Kardashian family. Luckily, I have my two amazing guest hosts to help me unwrap and unveil all of this. Hello, Brandy Robidoux.
Hello, how's it going?
Good. Hey, Nicholas Gonzalez.
How's everyone doing?
Oh my God, we are good, Nick, because we got a Kardashian producer to speak to us exclusively. I know. Calm down, everyone. It is very exciting. Well, we spoke to Danielle King, who is a new producer on the Hulu show, and she gave us a lot of behind the scenes moments. Now, my favorite behind the scenes moments was when she was talking about Tristan Thompson's paternity scandal. Which one was it? It's hard to remember. I know there's so many. Well, she was talking about Marlene Nichols' paternity scandal for Tristan Thomas. And she says, yes, the cameras were there when the news broke. She told us, well, for that particular moment, my crew was there. We were there to film something else early in the morning that the news broke. So we got that moment on camera. She continued, and I know sometimes it's tough for the audience to kind of grasp, oh, did they go back and capture this? But there were so many moments that we genuinely captured because we're almost always there. There's almost always a camera going. Now, this is just, this is what they're doing. They're filming their lives. So really glad that this is able to capture all of these live with the honest reactions of the family. And she talked a little bit about her different approach to the storytelling. She told us, I went into thinking how can I make this more of a documentary about the Kardashians? I just tried to divorce myself from thinking about it in a typical reality format where you have your ABC storyline. So I just went into it thinking, how can I just follow their lives? These are 6 of the most famous women in the world. There's always something going on, and let's just do a documentary follow, which honestly sounds like a good idea. They got so much going on. Did you guys read our exclusive interview with the producer? What were your guys' thoughts and takeaways?
I did read it. I was so intrigued. I think it's so cool UsWeekly got that scoop because fans, I think they question, it's like, how much is actually manufactured? How much really is real? And it seems like a lot of it is the real deal and the cameras are really always there. And I know I saw, she said she's really trying to break down that fourth wall. And I feel like that's felt this season. Like there's been a lot of very emotional, real moments from the Kardashian clan.
Yeah, it's great. We need to find an answer as to like how much B-roll they have of like Travis and Kourtney just making out, because yesterday was just ridiculous. Like it just keeps getting worse. They should just have like their own spin-off where it's just that like a live cam of just that happening 24 hours. It would make so much money. Yeah.
A little picture-in-picture, just live cam of the Kravis makeout cam. Very possible. And yesterday on the show, they were making out in front of Kourtney's ex, obviously not an ex-husband, just an ex-baby daddy, Scott Disick, which was sort of an awkward moment to watch on the show. I mean, we know that Scott has to see this, but I sort of maybe thought to myself that Kourtney and Travis might tone it down if Scott was in the room. But now I just feel silly even saying it out loud.
It's like, I don't know if it's possible for them. There has been places like where PDA is highly discouraged and they're still doing it. Like the Met Gala, like everywhere they go.
You're at a church or a funeral, they're doing it.
Honestly, like I feel like that would be the case.
Yeah.
You really do too. Well, this producer also talked a little bit, Nick, about the aesthetic and the drone, just a little bit. Danielle told us about that, how she wanted to look. So she says, people hear documentary and think, oh, it won't be pretty. She says, with this aesthetic, it was very important to me that we elevate the look of the show. So through the cameras, we're using the lenses, and I think the show looks gorgeous, but it still feels very spontaneous, because it's a true documentary follow. Now, she said they shoot 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, but that's not always what they stick to. Sometimes on the weekend, they'll text or call and say that something's going on, so my crew will rally and get to whatever they're doing. It's a set schedule, but we leave a lot of room for spontaneity. I think she didn't really mention all of the drone footage, which I do sort of want someone to talk about. But can you just imagine being a Kardashian camera guy and just whenever they're like, oh, well, now we're going to this Drake party, or now I'm going to the opening of this high fashion boutique. I mean, talk about they own your life. How could you get anything done?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a never ending circus.
They're basically a second family, I would say.
Yeah.
I said that. Yeah.
They really
The
are.
other thing is I'm a little bit like, my only gripe with the show at the moment, I think it's like shot beautiful and everything, but it's like the timing. Like, you know, we get information so quick that these storylines almost become a little bit stale. Sometimes we get like an interesting reaction, or like, you know, I think on one of the episodes we realized that there was a joke that Scott Disick was going to perform or be part of an SNL,
Yeah.
and that Kourtney cut it. Like, that was interesting. There's like little tidbits like that, but it's like for a 40-minute episode, I'm only getting like a couple like sound bites here and there that I wasn't expecting, or I didn't see. But besides that, we need to have a different release schedule with people like the Kardashians. Like, you shoot 1 week, the next week that footage has got to be up for the episode.
That's so true. It's so delayed. But also, like, I feel like the three of us and certain fans may keep up to the day-to-day news much more than other people. So maybe some people watching, it's just new for them.
That's true.
Yeah, and it feels, I agree with you, Nick. And last time when the Kardashians were on E, it was sort of a way longer time before it came out. So the news sort of felt fresh again because I had forgotten about it. And there was, 1,100 Kardashian scandals from what we're seeing on the show until now. But now that they're releasing it a little bit faster, it almost feels older because the information from us reporting it on shows like here and in the magazine and online, that we just saw it and have all the information. So I totally agree with you. There needs to be a little bit of switch up in there. Well, this episode brought a lot of things, but the thing that TikTok users took away and that I will absolutely never forget is how Kendall Jenner cuts a cucumber. Now, cut to Kris and Kendall in Chris's very, very lavish kitchen where she's talking to her chef. And she's like, do you want the chef to whip you up something? And Kendall's like, I'm going to make this snack myself. And Kris is just so proud of her for being so down home, just a regular person like us, cutting her own snack. And the way Kendall Jenner holds this cucumber was absolutely the first time she's touched a whole cucumber in her life. She was holding it with two little fingers and sort of trying to cut it like this, and then she put the knife on the inside and her hand on the outside, and it was like watching like a baby giraffe try to walk for the first time, sort of like trying to figure it out, but nothing was streamlined nor graceful. The clip went hugely viral, and it's just funny watching rich people not be able to do ordinary tasks. Did you guys see the video?
Yeah, I think I trust a 5-year-old to cut a piece of a cucumber before Kendall. Like, that was a lot of suspense. There was more suspense on that than like, I don't know, like some horror movies I've seen.
It feels dangerous. Like, I felt concerned.
Yeah, a suspense is a really good word for that 30 seconds. If you guys haven't seen Kendall Jenner cut this cucumber, please just go watch it. It's just fun. Well, let's talk about the woman who's trying to take all of the money and all of the fame from the Kardashians, Miss Angela White, aka Blac Chyna. Now, Blac Chyna took another L in court this week in her legal battle against the Kardashians. She accused the judge of harboring an extreme bias against her, and he says that she does not have it right. According to new legal documents obtained by us, Blac Chyna lost a motion to disqualify the judge who presided over the defamation defamation trial that she just had against the Kardashians, which they won on Met Gala Monday. Now, the thing is, Blac Chyna's motion apparently made no sense. If she wanted to press a bias claim, she needed to do so during the trial and ask that the judge recuse himself. Now that the trial is over, her only recourse would be to ask for a new trial based on an improper ruling. And she didn't ask for that during the trial, so she really has no legs to stand on. Now, Blac Chyna claimed the DAC was stacked against her in court, saying the judge showed a, quote, undeniably hostile and extremely biased attitude against her and her attorney. But Judge Gregory W. Alcorn, is his name, fired back, saying that Blac Chyna provided no legal grounds for disqualifications and defending himself as being unbiased. Again, it's unclear why the judge just didn't dismiss her motion because it makes no sense. The Kardashian family attorney also said it was a baseless effort to save face after losing the trial and trying to make the judge a scapegoat. Now, I really thought I couldn't feel worse for Blac Chyna and sort of what a desperate fame and money grab this whole defamation trial agrees to be. Again, her Rob Kardashian revenge porn trial is very, very real, and I sort of actually hope she gets money from that one, even though Rob isn't really worth a lot on his own. But this just sort of feels sad to me at this point from Blac.
Yeah, it is kind of getting sad. I mean, she definitely made those claims at the 11th hour. I think if she was going to take it out on the judge, she probably should have said something earlier about how he was handling the case. So yeah, it feels it's very evidently petty at this point, if I might say and use that word. And yeah, I think it's a wrap on this one.
Yeah, it's just, who's her, like, the legal team that she picked out, like, just let her drop, I think. And also, if she should have just, as soon as something happens, she's got to let her legal team know, and they can tell her, okay, we gotta deal with this now or after. The fact that she's being told that you can't do anything, it's already too late, like, that's something you have to bring up during the trial. Yeah. She seems very unprepared for this whole thing.
Yeah, she really didn't go in there with a lot. And I agree that it seems to be her legal team's fault. She lost, she's embarrassed, she wants to do something, but it's her lawyer's job to say, hey, this isn't anything. This is gonna get dismissed, it's gonna get tossed out. You know, this is just gonna be embarrassing for all of us, really. And for the last thing, she has her revenge porn defamation trial coming against Robert A. Kardashian. She is, again, going to be suing for lots of millions of dollars, but the sad thing is Rob really isn't worth a lot of money. He makes a cute little $100,000 on the show every season, but he does not have brand endorsement deals. He rarely ever leaves the house. You know, really, he's pictured about twice a year that we see him, and he's on the show, you know, almost never. What do we think that Blac Chyna is trying to get from Rob? Is this just to show face? Does she think that the judge is going to make Chris pay her son's legal bills? What do you really think is Angela White's end goal here?
Maybe she knows something we don't. Like, maybe he has access to some secret overarching Kardashian fund that exists somewhere.
I think
it's Chris's money.
It's all Chris's money, let's be honest.
It's absolutely Chris's money. Well, maybe, yes, that Rob told her when they were together that there is some secret legal fund for when former baby mothers sue you for revenge porn, because what family doesn't have that for their children?
I mean, mine does, so.
Of course. My legal defamation battle is nice and stacked for when I get sued by my former baby mother. Well, that is all of the news we have today in the Kardashian Korner. Thank you for helping me chop it up like Kendall Jenner did her cucumber. Again, still in my mind, worried she's going to cut herself. She's going to cut lots of people. There's children in that house. Take the knife away. Thank you so much, Brandy. Thank you so much, Nick. And thank you all for watching. And like we said, you get the news late on the Kardashian Hulu show, but we are going to bring it to you here first, breaking. So thank you guys, and we'll be back next week for another episode of the Kardashian Korner.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.